Mark Zuckerberg, a visionary in the digital age. Early life and family background. Mark Elliott Zuckerberg was born on May 14, 1984, in White Plains, New York, to Karen Kempner, a psychiatrist, and Edward Zuckerberg, a dentist. He grew up in Dobbs Ferry, a small suburban town in Westchester County, along with his three sisters, Randy, Donna, and Ariel. The Zuckerberg household was intellectually vibrant, with a strong emphasis on education and curiosity. Mark exhibited an early talent for technology. By the age of 10, he was exploring computer programming, and his parents encouraged his passion by providing him with tools to enhance his learning. Edward introduced him to an Atari Basic Programming Guide, which laid the foundation for his later ventures. Recognizing his prodigious talent, they hired a private tutor, David Newman, who worked with Mark weekly to refine his skills. Newman once described young Mark as a prodigy, highlighting his extraordinary grasp of complex programming concepts at an age when most kids were just discovering basic computer games. By the age of 12, Zuckerberg had developed ZuckNet, a rudimentary messaging software that allowed instant communication between computers. It was initially implemented within his home, enabling his family members to send messages to one another. Additionally, his father used the program in his dental office to simplify communication with the receptionist. ZuckNet became an early example of Mark's ability to use technology to solve everyday problems. Beyond ZuckNet, Zuckerberg began designing video games and tools as hobbies. He collaborated with his friends, often turning their creative ideas into functioning programs. For example, Mark would design basic games by sketching out characters and building storylines, demonstrating not just technical skill but also a knack for storytelling and user experience. These projects reflected his early interest in creating software that was interactive and engaging. Education and early achievements. Zuckerberg attended Ardsley High School, where his aptitude for academics became evident. However, he later transferred to Phillips Exeter Academy, a prestigious boarding school in New Hampshire, to further challenge himself. At Exeter, he excelled in various subjects, including classical studies, mathematics, and science. He also won prizes in literature and captained the school's fencing team, where his strategic thinking came to the fore. While at Exeter, Zuckerberg co-developed Synapse, an early artificial intelligence program designed to predict a user's music preferences. Synapse functioned as a digital music assistant, much like modern-day recommendation systems. This project caught the attention of tech giants like Microsoft and AOL, both of which offered to purchase it. Despite these lucrative offers, Zuckerberg declined, choosing instead to focus on education and innovation. Harvard and the inception of Facebook. In 2002, Zuckerberg enrolled at Harvard University, where he majored in psychology while taking advanced computer science courses. At Harvard, he became known for his programming abilities and quickly gained a reputation as a problem solver. His first major project at the university was CourseMatch, a platform that helps students select courses based on their peers' choices. This early project was well received and marked his growing interest in using software to create social connections. Another early venture was FaceMash, a website that allowed students to rate the attractiveness of their classmates. Although it was meant to be a lighthearted project, FaceMash quickly went viral, attracting thousands of visitors in just a few hours. However, the website also sparked controversy and was shut down by university authorities. Despite this setback, it laid the groundwork for what would become Zuckerberg's most significant creation, Facebook. In February 2004, Zuckerberg launched the Facebook, a social networking platform designed initially for Harvard students. Working alongside Eduardo Saverin, Dustin Moskovitz, Andrew McCollum, and Chris Hughes, Zuckerberg developed the site with the goal of helping students connect digitally. Within months, the platform expanded to other Ivy League schools and later to universities nationwide. By the end of 2004, Facebook had over 1 million users. Facebook's meteoric growth. By 2005, Facebook had opened its doors to high school students and eventually the general public. The company secured $12.7 million in venture capital from Accel Partners, allowing it to expand its infrastructure and grow rapidly. Key features like the newsfeed, introduced in 2006, revolutionized how users consumed information on social media, turning Facebook into an essential part of daily life. The platform's growth was exponential, with millions of users joining each month. By the time Facebook went public in 2012, it had over 1 billion active users. Its initial public offering, IPO, raised $16 billion, making it one of the largest tech IPOs in history and cementing Zuckerberg's position as one of the youngest self-made billionaires. Challenges and controversies. Despite its success, Facebook faced significant challenges. The platform's global reach brought with it questions about privacy, data security, and misinformation. In 2018, the Cambridge Analytica scandal revealed that the personal data of millions of Facebook users had been improperly used for political advertising. This incident led to widespread criticism, regulatory investigations, and Zuckerberg's testimony before Congress. Facebook also faced criticism for its role in spreading fake news, hate speech, and election interference. Zuckerberg responded by promising greater transparency and implementing measures to combat misinformation. However, critics argued that these efforts fell short of addressing the underlying issues. The birth of Meta and the metaverse. In 2021, Zuckerberg announced the rebranding of Facebook, Inc. to Meta Platforms. Inc., the move signified a bold new vision: to pioneer the development of the metaverse, a virtual world where users could interact, work, and play in immersive digital environments. This ambitious shift represented Zuckerberg's belief that the metaverse would become the next major evolution in online connectivity. Meta invested heavily in augmented reality AR, virtual reality VR, and artificial intelligence AI. Projects like Horizon Worlds and advancements in VR hardware such as the Oculus Quest headsets underscored Meta's commitment to innovation. While the metaverse concept has drawn skepticism, Zuckerberg remains steadfast in his belief that it will redefine how people interact digitally. Philanthropy and personal life. In addition to his corporate endeavors, Zuckerberg is a dedicated philanthropist. In 2015, he and his wife, Priscilla Chan, launched the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative (CZI), pledging to donate 99% of their Facebook shares over their lifetime. The initiative focuses on addressing societal challenges such as education reform, scientific research, and criminal justice. Their philanthropic approach combines technological tools with traditional methods to create sustainable change. Zuckerberg and Chan met while studying at Harvard and married in 2012. The couple has 3 children and strives to maintain a low-key family life despite Zuckerberg's public persona. Known for his simple style, typically wearing a gray t-shirt and jeans, Zuckerberg has often spoken about his desire to minimize decision fatigue and focus on meaningful work. Legacy and vision for the future. Mark Zuckerberg's journey from a teenager coding in his bedroom to the CEO of one of the world's most influential companies is a testament to his vision and determination. Facebook, now Meta, has not only transformed social networking but also reshaped how people share information and connect across the globe. While his career has been marked by both groundbreaking achievements and significant controversies, Zuckerberg's impact on the digital age is undeniable. As he continues to lead Meta into uncharted territories like the metaverse, his legacy will be defined by both his technological innovations and his efforts to address the ethical and societal challenges that accompany them.